3 years from now, on the evening of April 13th, 2029, an asteroid about 340 meters across will pass roughly 31,600 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. 2146 Universal Time, 4:46 in the afternoon Central. That's about 5 Earth radii, a tenth of the distance to the Moon. It passes underneath our own geostationary satellites. 2 billion people across Europe, Africa, and Western Asia will be able to see it without a telescope. A point of light, moving fast. Here are 5 true things about it, and the ordinary explanation for each one. 1. The odds. It was discovered June 19th, 2004. Within months, the calculation came back at roughly 1 in 37 that it would strike the Earth in 2029. The ordinary explanation. That number came from a short observation arc. Watch anything for only a few months and the uncertainty is enormous. Earth sits inside a wide cone of possibilities. 20 years of tracking later, astronomers can place it on flyby-day to within a few kilometers. The impact probability for 2029 is 0. The number wasn't reversed, it was resolved. That's the system working. 2. The date. April 13th, 2029 is a Friday. The ordinary explanation. It's a calendar. The asteroid's arrival is set by orbital mechanics that have nothing to do with how we number days. 2029 has a second Friday the 13th, in July. Nobody will write a word about it because nothing is arriving that day. 3. The fleet. 3 spacecraft are being sent. Europe's Ramses mission was approved in November of 2025. It launches in 2028 to arrive before the flyby and ride through the encounter. NASA's OSIRIS-APEX, the spacecraft that returned the Bennu samples, passes about an hour behind, then returns in June for an 18-month campaign. Japan's Destiny Plus passes on its way elsewhere. Radar observations are being scheduled around the spacecraft so transmissions don't interfere. The ordinary explanation? It isn't a countdown, it's a rehearsal. This is a once-per-millennium natural experiment, and the encounter will physically change the object. Apophis is currently classified as an Aten, with a year of 324 days. After the flyby, it becomes an Apollo, with a year of 423. Our gravity adds 3 months to its year, permanently. That's what they're going to watch. 4. The label. As of today, Apophis is officially classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid. That isn't a headline, that's the designation on the datasheet. The ordinary explanation. It's a filing category. An object receives it automatically if it's large enough and its orbit passes within a set distance of ours. Thousands of objects carry the label. It says nothing about whether any of them will hit us. It says this one is worth watching, and we are. But if you pull the official file and the word hazardous is sitting there, that does something to you. It did something to me. And it's a filing cabinet. 5. The name. Of everything it could have been called, it was named Apophis, Greek form of Apep, the Egyptian serpent of chaos. The ordinary explanation. The reporting is that the discoverers took it from a television villain, and that character was named for the deity. It reached us secondhand through science fiction. The chill is real. The chain it came down is ridiculous. Let me set the desk aside for a second, because there's something I want to say as myself. There's a passage in Revelation where the skies describe rolling back like a scroll. When I read that, I see an impact. That's my reading. I'm not telling you the text says asteroid. It doesn't. Those writers didn't have the word. I'm saying that if you'd never seen such a thing and someone tried to describe it to you, a burning mountain falling into the sea is not a bad way to put it. Here's the honest part. That reading doesn't require Apophis. It doesn't require 2029. If I hang it on this rock and this date and April 14th comes and everything is fine, then I've done something to my own faith I never needed to do. So I hold them separately. What I believe about that passage. What the tracking data says about this asteroid. Both can be true, neither settles the other. Now, the thing that's been sitting under this entire report. I picked these 5. I went looking for a list, and I found one. That's not a small point, that's the whole problem. Any 12 months in history will give you 5 strange things if you're motivated to assemble them. There's a version of this argument happening in astronomy right now, over the interstellar object 3I Atlas. A researcher published a stack of anomalies with very long odds attached. A Princeton astrophysicist wrote back, "None of these were predicted. You found them afterward. Apply it here." Nothing on my list was predicted either. I noticed it after the fact, same as everyone. 5 true things, 5 ordinary explanations, same facts, both columns. I don't know what it adds up to. What I do know is that I want it to add up to something, and those are 2 different feelings, and I work to keep them apart. Sources are below, including NASA's and ESA's own pages. 3 years from now, 2 billion people are going to look up. Take from it what you will. That's your dose. Trending Headline Therapy. We show you the document, you draw the conclusion. Like, subscribe, and go check my work.